Hey guys, hope you're doing fine. My name is Ishant and we are at day 5th of June LeetCoding challenge. Let's look at our question. Random pick with weight. Given an array W of positive integers where Wi describes the weight of index I, write a function pick index which randomly picks an index in proportion to its weight. Okay, so it's basically a mathematical problem involving probabilities. Let's look at a different example and how we can solve this question. Okay, so here's our uh, weight array 133. So what this basically has is uh, 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 key, so what it's asking is that what's the probability that we pick 0. Okay, so that will be 1 divided by the total weight, that is 7. Okay, what's the probability that we pick index 1? That is 3 divided by 7. Okay, or what is the probability that we pick index 2? That is also 3 divided by 7. Okay, so what we can do is we just represent the index the index and a weight as its frequency and recreate this array. Okay, so for now 0 has occurrence of only 1, so it's 1, and index 1 has a frequency of 3, so there are 3 ones, and also for index 2 there are 3 twos. Now what we need to do is we just randomly generate a number between 1 and 8. So mm, uh, and just index out the for example, if we select 3. Okay, so 3 what is the value at index 3? That is 1. So the pick index function should return 1 here. Okay, so since we can make this array, but what if the value here was not 3 and something like that, let's suppose 1000. Okay, so the length of the array will be too long, so we don't need that. uh, so we can just compress this array by doing something like this. So uh, now our array has sections. Okay, so this 111 is in one section, this 2 is in one section, so we just compress this and take the upper bounds only. Okay, so we take 1, we take 4, and we take 8. Okay, and just compress this array into this. Okay, so we compress into this. Okay, now how do we find, let's suppose again now we have to again find for the value 3. Okay, let's say we generated a random number 3, and now we want to find what should be the index for this random value. Okay, and that is 3. So we find whatever is the upper bound of 3 in this array, that is the upper bound of 3 is 4. Okay, so it should turn 1. Now what if the value is let's suppose 6. Okay, so the 6 upper bound is 8, so it should return 2. Okay, also we can check in this array that for the value 6 its answer is 2. Okay, so for 6 the upper bound is 8 and the 8's index is 2. Okay, so this is pretty much the logic behind this. So let's code this. So what we're gonna do is we just take a vector to store the prefix sum. Okay, so what we are going to do for int weight in W, so we just if prefix sum. We just dot, we're just calculating the prefix sums of the weight array. So we just this, else we do it like this, and this should be weight plus whatever's at the last value. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And for the pick index, we have to generate a random number between up to the total sum of the weight array. Okay, so we get the total sum from the last value of this prefix sum array. So, and we generate our random value. Let's say random equals to, and we're going to using rand function for this. And to get the upper bound, I'm going to use the inbuilt function upper bound. You can also use binary search to get the upper bound of that random value. So upper bound begin and we pass the value for which the upper bound is to be found, and we simply return now the value or the index of it. Okay, so this should be it. Let's just run code. Let's just submit this. And guys, it's accepted. Link for the code is in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.